Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Once again, it is the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. All things that you would want to know about the outdoors are possible to hear and find out on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Coming to you from the ESPN AM 790 studios in Memphis, Tennessee. Also now, you can find us on 92.9 HD-FM in Memphis. For you good folks in Brownsville, AM 1520 and the FM channel is 95.3. And for Jackson, Tennessee folks, News Talk 101.5 FM. It would be the channel for you to find. If you want to know about it, it's here on Larry Ray, Outdoors with Larry Ray. And so once again, without further ado.
Ado is the word.
The oracle of the outdoors, Larry Ray.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. The oracle's got to be in there. It's just got to be in there. So, I love it when Frank's here. He's the third Saturday each month, folks. So if you can't listen to the other shows, be sure and listen on the third Saturday and look for Frank's introduction as we do this. But thank you, Frank Barton.
You're welcome.
Not just a co-host.
Thanks for letting me do it.
Good friend. And we're going to talk to Frank in the next segment about the big event that he just attended out in Idaho, the Master Nationals, and about one of his dogs and how well he did, named Goose. But right now, let's talk fishing, and let's talk Bethel University, and let's talk the Bassmaster Classic, because we have the young man on the line with us this morning who recently earned a spot in the Bassmaster Classic as part of the Bethel University bass fishing team, and that's Tristan McCormick. And, of course, to interpret anything Tristan may say that I don't understand is his illustrious coach, Garry, with 2 R's, Mason. And I don't know how good of an introduction that was for you guys, but good morning, Garry.
Hey, Larry, how's it going? Good morning, Tristan, Frank. Good to talk to you guys this morning.
Well, thanks a lot. And, Tristan, thank you for doing this. Garry, I know Tristan is the third guy to do this. Tell our listeners who the previous 2 were and what this means for this young man before we talk to Tristan about earning that classic spot.
Well, yes, I will, Larry. You know, the first Bethel University student to ever win the classic bracket and get to go to the classic and fish as the only college angler in the classic was John Garrett. And I believe in 2017, John fished the Bassmaster Classic. And then in 2019, we had our second student, Cody Huff, who fished the Bassmasters Classic after winning the classic bracket. But I don't know if any of them, I do know, neither one of them had to come back from such a deficit as what Tristan come back from to win and pull off a great victory against one of our arch rivals, which is none other than Auburn University, a great bunch of kids down there, our young people, young anglers. But Tristan did it at 7 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. He was down over 7 pounds. At dinner, he was down over 5 pounds. And at 145, 150, he was up by 3 ounces, which is what he won by. So what an amazing comeback.
3 ounces. So let's talk about it, Tristan. First of all, congratulations. What's going through your mind, buddy, being down like that and knowing the time's running out? Talk us through that final day.
Well, starting out that morning, me and Tucker both started at the, basically the same area up there at the Bolden Dam, and a lot of current. And I was watching him catch all the fish that he was catching, and I wasn't catching nothing.
You were watching him. You could see him then. You were in view of him.
I could see, yeah.
Okay.
I could see him catching every one of them.
Okay.
And, it's hard for me to stay mentally in it. But I just know, what I did was I had my hat on, and I pulled my hat down a little farther to where I couldn't see him in my vision. So I focused on me and did me.
And then.
But no, it was definitely tough.
Well, to win by 3 ounces, what's going through your mind as you start weighing these fish? I mean, did you say, well, I don't know if I got a chance? You think, well, it's going to be close. What's happening to you?
Well, in my mind, that morning I said I needed 12 pounds to pull it off. And, at the halfway point, I was down. I think I had 3.5 pounds, and I was down. Tucker had almost 10 pounds. So I was down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so when I reached his weight from the halftime, I knew that I needed at least 2 more pounds because I knew he was going to upgrade.
Yeah.
And because he's a great young angler as well, and so I knew he was going to catch more fish and upgrade. So in my mind, I told myself I needed 12 pounds to do good or to actually pull it off.
And you ended up with
11 pounds even.
11 pounds even, and wins by 3 ounces. And I know, Garry, you're there when all this happens, and it's pretty remarkable. When did y'all start the program, Garry? How long now are we in now?
We started the Bethel Bass Fishing Program in 2009, and we were the first to offer scholarships for the sport of bass fishing in college.
And now
a lot of other teams have followed in our footsteps since then.
A lot of them. So when he went into this day, you're keeping up with him as a coach. You're not in the boat with him or anything like that, but you have faith. What makes Tristan a good bass angler, Garry?
Well, first and foremost with Tristan and a lot of our other anglers, they come in here as high school anglers, and they already have a lot of knowledge about boat operations, depth finder reading, finding fish, and making fish back. And then as a coach, I feel like my job is to give them the tools that they need to go out and compete each and every day. And Tristan is just, he's just one of them special guys that has the talent. He never lets it go to his head. He's even keel everywhere he goes. He doesn't let stress or related items or anything like that get to him.
Yeah.
If he does get down a little bit, he can pull himself right back up.
Obviously.
And not only that, he's been a great leader for our program and our team, and he pulls others up to go along with him.
And Tristan, I know you live in Dixon. Is that what you told me? You live in Dixon, Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, what does this mean to you, buddy? I mean, the thing as it's I saw one thing said it hadn't sunk in. I'm assuming it's sinking now, because next March you're gonna look over each side of you. You're gonna see some guys that you've idolized for your lifetime. What's this? What's going through you right now?
It's still definitely like it hadn't hit me yet. I don't feel like, and it's just such a blessing to be able to be in this this position and to represent not just me but all the college guys as well.
Yes. And
going into the Classic, I don't really feel like it's going to hit me until I get to the Classic and see all them big guys there, and I think it'll really hit me there. But it's just it's just such a blessing to be in this position to to have this opportunity as a college angler.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it means so much. Why'd you choose Bethel?
I chose Bethel because me and Garry become right off the rip. I knew Garry was very special, and
there you go.
We built a relationship.
Yes.
5 years that is very unmatched in my personal opinion, and it just felt like home to me because I didn't want to go far away from Dixon. And, Bethel's only an hour and a half away. So,
yeah.
If I wanted to go home, I could go home at any time. So, I just felt like that was the place that God led me to. And that was my.
Well, it's pretty cool, Garry. I know people don't think about recruiting, but that's part of your job there. And, they're still roaring here at the University of Memphis, had the #1 recruiting class for men's basketball. Bethel's probably had a few of those themselves. So when you recruited Tristan, what hit you as wanting him to come to Bethel?
Well, Tristan, I knew, was one of those special guys that carried himself well and had great morals. And, of course, they're coming here to get an education. They're getting to fish because of that education. And Tristan was a smart young man. He come to us with a really good GPA and come highly recommended by some good friends of mine. And so, everything just stacked up for me to know that this was one of the guys that I wanted for that recruiting year. And sure enough, I was right. 5 years later, sitting here, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
So Tristan, what's your major at Bethel?
I graduated this summer with a business management
There
degree.
you go. Yeah, great. Buddy.
Yeah, kept it simple, nothing too crazy.
No, that's great. I mean, that's part of today's game. Not only that, but you got a little money, $7,500. Listen to this, folks. Paid entry fees into all 2022 BassPro.com Bassmaster Opens. And, Gary, you know this too. He got a fully rigged Nitro Z20 and Toyota Tundra. My goodness, I bet you got more friends now than you ever thought you had, Tristan.
That's right, for sure.
Are you driving that Tundra yet? I mean,
no, I won't get the boat and truck until about end of December, January 1st.
Ooh, well, that's something to look forward to, right, Gary? I mean, he's got.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
I can't wait to see it, and maybe I'm hoping that he'll take me for a ride in that truck and take me fishing.
Ooh, that'll be pretty good. All right, well, we appreciate it. Now, Gary, tell our listeners we're going to hook back up with you again on next week's show. Kind of tease our listeners what we're going to talk about next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we do that, I want to say a real quick congratulations to Tristan, Bubba. You mean the world to us, and I look forward to seeing you win the Classic this year. Yeah, Larry, I've got a very special announcement next week when we talk again on Saturday morning. All the listeners out there and Larry World is going to want to listen to this announcement because it's huge. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this.
Okay, well, everything coming out of Gary's huge, man. I mean, with it. But again, Tristan, thank you, buddy. Congratulations again. Look forward to meeting you down the road, and of course. Our man Wong will be at the Classic, I guarantee you, next year. And nice talking to you, Gary. Again, we'll talk to you next week. Okay, buddy?
Talk to you then, guys.
All right, thanks, Tristan. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a great day. Hey, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray.